I don't follow any celebrities, influencers, or brands on Instagram. I'm sure this won't come as a surprise, but Instagram is designed for capitalism. Yes, Instagram is a free app, but its source of profit is targeted advertising. Every time you are on Instagram, the app is collecting, monitoring, and analyzing your activity. It's watching what you look at, how long you stop on posts, and who you follow. And it does this so it can build a behavioral profile of you. This is one reason why Instagram can be so addicting, because the algorithm has been specifically designed to how you operate on the app. You know the saying, where your attention goes, energy flows. The more things you focus on, the more prominent and powerful they become, because you invest your mental and emotional energy into them, causing them to grow or manifest into something positive or negative. So if you are spending 1 to 2 hours of your time on Instagram a day, investing your attention to the app, investing your mental and emotional energy, clicking, scrolling, or viewing on the app, you are giving away so much of yourself. This means more data is collected on you, and the more powerful the algorithm is. They do this to keep you stuck on there, because more revenue flows back to the app through targeted advertising. I'm not so concerned about how much money Instagram is making, but I'm more concerned about how it influences people's personal values and how they actually see themselves. How does scrolling on Instagram, looking at celebrities, influencers, and brands bring value to your life? How does it support your well-being? If it helps you flourish in areas of your life outside of Instagram, then great. But in reality, who we are on Instagram isn't really a reflection of who we really are. Instagram actually reflects a version of ourselves that we think we want to be, which is why it can become so harmful to our well-being, because it means that we're sort of always chasing some other version of ourselves that we want to be. Seeing images of the ideal body or life isn't motivating, it's a trap. It's actually an escape from your reality. I'll keep saying this time and time again, but when we're on Instagram, we are entering an external world, which means it takes our attention away from what's going on the inside. It messes with our authentic desires and values. That's how powerful the algorithm is. It literally feeds you who it thinks you should be, and we fall for it. When we get off Instagram after being on it for some time, we feel disconnected, we feel lost, we don't feel grounded. That's not good. Instagram is very influential because of the image-based type content. The problem is that the mind gets flooded with so much content. Like, there is literally millions of pictures and videos on there. It's endless. So when we're scrolling and taking in all these images and short videos, our mind is taking in so much information, it can't even process it properly. Our mind is naturally a problem solver, so when it's taking in all of this information and trying to process it, it's not really coming to any kind of solution. The mind, to some extent, is like, what's the point of this? And that's why it's so addicting, because our mind wants to try and figure out this puzzle that exists on Instagram. And this is why when you get off Instagram, you feel really disconnected and a bit lost. This is because the mind doesn't understand. It doesn't understand why we have all of this information, which is why we keep going back time and time again to find some kind of solution. It's a cycle and it won't end unless we have healthy practices in place. When I got Instagram back, I decided that I wanted to take the lessons from not having the app in my life and maintain some kind of control and therefore have some kind of healthy relationship with Instagram. I didn't want fake belief systems from some algorithm that thinks it knows me but doesn't. I wanted to maintain my connection to myself, my authentic desires and values. One way to protect your authentic desires and values from Instagram and its algorithm is by not following celebrities, influencers, or brands on the app. It doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the creativity of these groups. I just don't see the value in following them. While yes, they can be a huge source of inspiration, at the end of the day, they encourage consumption and question your self-worth. Brands and influencers in particular, they essentially make you feel like you need something to feel successful, happy, and whole. Just to remind you, most of the images on Instagram are digitally enhanced. They aren't really a honest reflection, and this can make us feel really, really low. And the reason is because we compare ourselves to them. We can't help but compare ourselves to others. It's just a natural human tendency. By not following celebrities, influencers, and brands, we are breaking the cycle of consumerism being tied to our self-worth. One of the main reasons why I got Instagram back was to connect with people I actually knew. By not following celebrities and influencers and brands, I'm not exposed to the consumerism noise, which is actually really, really draining of your energy. So by not having that, that means I can bring my energy towards people I actually care about. I think I will do a video on how social media impacts our social connections. I don't know when that will be released, but it is something I have been reflecting on for a while now. By not following celebrities, influencers, or brands, the Instagram algorithm has less control over me. While yes, it will try to feed me content that it thinks I want to see, it's not really as effective because it doesn't really know what I'm interested in. We give so much away to social media apps such as Instagram, and the sad reality is that they are taking advantage of us mentally and emotionally. I'm here to remind you that you have control. You have control over where you put your attention. Remember, where your attention goes, energy flows. When you are using these social media apps such as Instagram, you have to ask yourself, how does this serve me? How is this good for me? We have to be incredibly aware. We have to observe ourselves on these apps and notice how we feel towards certain accounts. Does it make you feel good or does it make you feel bad? If it doesn't make you feel good, unfollow them immediately. It's okay to follow accounts that genuinely feel good for you and support your values and goals in life. Not following celebrities, influencers, or brands has been a really great way to protect my well-being while using Instagram. Again, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate their work and their creativity. I don't need to follow them to do that. I don't want to be unnecessarily influenced. I want to be influenced by real people around me and influenced by myself. If there's something I want to know, I want to be the driver of that influence. I want to drive who I'm influenced by at my own discretion. At the end of the day, we can keep saying that social media is bad for us, it's bad for our mental health, it's terrible, it's ruining everything. But you have to ask yourself this question: what am I doing about it? Because I think we forget that we are in control. We have control over how we use these apps. We need to protect our well-being by having healthy practices in place. We can't leave it up to these apps to be good and have practices in place that ensure our well-being is protected. Because at the end of the day, we are responsible for our own well-being. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed today's video on why I don't follow celebrities, influencers, or brands on Instagram. If you enjoyed today's video, please like or comment. I do love seeing comments from people who watch my videos, and maybe even consider subscribing if you feel that this content resonates with you. Give yourself lots of love and take care, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.